Clive in Lymington. You've been waiting a while. I'm sorry about that. Hello.
Oh, good evening, Daniel. First-time caller, and really enjoy your show and think you're really patient and professional with people. Quick question. I was driving my car on the roads, I won't say where, and I went down a pothole. I pulled up in the car, and my tyre was damaged, and the wheel was damaged as well. I went to a garage and asked them to have a look at it. They said, the tyre needed replacing. After the incident, I found a cone in the road, so I put a cone in the hole so other people wouldn't go down it. I spoke to the road maintainer, and they said I should submit an application online for damage, which I did with all the photographs and all the evidence. And they wrote back to me and said that they're not able to maintain the roads in 100% condition, perfect condition all the time, and they comply with some statutory requirements of the Road Traffic Act of 1980.
I think you're talking about the Highways Act, aren't you?
Yes.
Of 1981.
Yeah. Yeah. And
they mentioned Section 41 of it, I'd imagine.
I think so, yes, yeah. And they've said that, they're very sorry about the damage, but under their statutory requirements, they had visually inspected the road before the incident occurred, and there was no damage there.
Yeah. Did they say how long before, how many weeks or months before they visually inspected the road?
Well, the incident, my incident occurred on the 31st of May, and they said that they had been to inspect the hole on the 3rd of May because somebody had informally advised them of it, and they said they have 28 days to repair, or they deemed the damage was should be repaired within 28 days.
Yeah, okay.
It wasn't something that should be repaired immediately.
Got it. Okay, Clive, you're absolutely right to phone in, and thank you for being a first-time caller. I think they're right, I'm afraid. Let me tell you what the law is on this. A highway authority has a legal obligation to make reasonable attempts or take reasonable efforts to fix the highway, to keep it free of potholes. And there's a defence under Section 58 of the Highways Act, which says that as long as they have a reasonable system of inspection and repair, that's good enough. So they're not automatically liable just because there's a pothole. They'll only be liable if they didn't inspect reasonably frequently. Well, we know they inspected, something like 28 days before.
Yes, they did, yeah.
And they have to have a reasonable system of repair as well. Now, I think it's going to be very, very difficult to say that unless it was a massive, dangerous pothole, they're under an obligation to repair it in less than 28 days. Because highway authorities have a lot of expenses, a lot of roads to maintain and competing priorities. So if their system says do it within 28 days and you had the accident on day 28, it's going to be impossible to bring a claim there because they haven't breached their own policy yet. Now, if you'd had the accident on day 29, maybe. But the timing's just dreadful here, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Clive.
What I was thinking of saying, because I've got quite an accurate picture of the damage, and there's a hole in the road, but there's a drain within that hole. And the drain is exposed, so there's quite a sharp corner of a metal drain there. And I was arguing with them that what criteria do they have for an urgent repair? And I'm saying that when you assessed it, I believe it should have been assessed as an urgent repair and not a 28-day repair.
All right, well, it's a fair enough argument, Clive, but I can't really tell you whether they were wrong to assess it as a 28-day repair.
No,
maybe
of course not, no.
If it is unarguably right that it should have been an urgent repair, you might have a claim there. But frankly, I wouldn't hold your breath. How much was the tyre, by the way?
Well, the tyre was about I suppose a couple of £100, and then the wheel repair will probably be another £100. And then the car will be off the road for a couple of days while it's being done.
Yep. It's going to be a very difficult claim, Clive. I'm not saying it's hopeless. If you can persuade a judge that they acted unreasonably in thinking it's a 28-day repair, good luck to you. But it's really, really difficult to persuade a judge that that sort of exercise of discretion by a highway authority is wrong.